Okay, today is February 12th, 2024. It's Monday. On my way down to the office. Got the presence of mind to open with gratitude, so I'll do that. Just express gratitude for this gorgeous piece of machinery, the road to drive it on, and all the folks, all of the hands, all of the careful work that was done to make this moment possible. And quickly follow that up with the practice of humility, which is I know how to do almost none of that work that I am graced to enjoy the product of right now. So this little mission, this is a call for assistance. And it's a call to a particular fellow. I'm going to call him Mr. Morgan. So, Mr. Morgan, I am in need of your assistance. If you're willing and able to assist. You are quite a character. Broad spectrum of play. Your character enjoys a very broad spectrum of play. And I've noticed, you've pointed it out, you can do things like palm a basketball. It's weird. That's a big hand that can palm a basketball. And you've got a big cranium. So when I see those two things together, I notice. Because I know that the representation of the body that occurs within the cranium the proportionality between the different parts of the body in the representation compared to the proportionality that appears to the external they're pretty different. The proportionality is pretty different. But the point that I want to make is that there's disproportionate representation of the hands in the brain in a couple of important ways. There's a motor homunculus, I think is what it's called. And there is a I don't know what the right way to refer to it is. I don't have the vocabulary available to me, but it's another corresponding homunculus that has to do with sense. So that, like that, how it feels. So the motor cortex affords the mobility of the digits. And the other part has to do with how sensitive the digits are. So that's really helpful when you're dealing with things out of sight, when you're trying to work on machines specifically. I know what it's like to lay underneath a vehicle, reach up through the greasy undercarriage, and grasp, sense what it is that you're trying to align or reconfigure or remove, replace. Not everybody can do that. With equal dexterity. Some are just granted a disproportional abundance. Anyway, that's a long way of saying I could use some help with some mechanistic stuff, some engines, some chassis, some wheels. There's a fleet of vehicles that I'm building with help from a few other characters. Yeah. And I would love it I would love it if you chose to take command, what do we want to call it? Take command of the motor pool. Take command of the motor pool. Now, I will warn you, you're gonna have to deal with apprentices that don't really know what they're doing. You need a steady hand. to guide the attention. So that's the ask, man. If you're interested, let me know.